Have you ever felt the woods descend into a stagnant, unnatural hush? Not merely quiet, but dead. The birds cease their carols. The insects fall silent, and the very wind refuses to stir the leaves. In these moments, creation itself holds its breath, for it recognizes a predator. Not the beast of claw and fang, not bear nor wolf, but something that drapes itself in stolen hides, a thing that calls to you with the spectral resonance of your mother, your child, or your closest kin. Today, we tread into the lightless depths of American folklore. The Skinwalkers. They are already among us, and they are weaving our likeness into their nightmare. To grasp the magnitude of this malevolence, one must unearth the primordial roots. Among the Navajo, they are whispered of as the Yi, Naldi, Elohoshi, he who crawls upon all fours. These are no mere phantoms. They are sorcerers who have bartered their humanity for profane power. To ascend as a skinwalker, one must commit an act of ultimate desecration, the extinguishing of their own kin's life. Only through this blood debt do they gain the power to warp their flesh. Across the digital archives of Reddit, thousands of testimonies echo. Encounters in the desolate reservations, shadows lurking on the fringes of civilization. Yet, their mimicry is flawed. Their eyes retain a human luminescence, a glint of the soul they discarded. And heed this warning. Never utter their name in the dark, for they have ears in the shadows, and they answer the call of the curious. How does one identify the aberration? Observe the subtleties. Their movements are a jagged defiance of nature, to swift, to spasmodic. Their limbs stretch into grotesque lengths, joints snapping in directions no mortal frame should endure. But their primary instrument of ruin is the voice. They are masters of hollow mimicry, capable of echoing any sound they have ever harvested. Yet, there is always a fracture in the illusion, the uncanny valley, a voice that rings with a hollow resonance or repeats a phrase like a broken incantation, devoid of meaning. They are merely baiting the hook with your own grief. If you hear a plea for salvation where no soul should dwell, do not linger. Flee. This chronicle hails from the year 2014 in the desolate wastes of New Mexico. Two hunters, Mark and Steve, were traversing the midnight roads. Suddenly, Steve glimpsed a massive hound pacing their vehicle running upright upon its hind legs. It matched their speed, 80 miles an hour, with a human visage stretched taut over a lupin skull. It was grinning. When they reached the sanctuary of their home, Mark heard Steve's voice emanating from the kitchen, pleading for aid with the gear. Mark rose to answer, but a missive arrived on his device from the real Steve. Brother, I just arrived. Barricade every entrance. I saw it at your gate. The voice in the kitchen persisted. Mark, help me. The cadence was decaying into a guttural, predatory snarl. Should you find yourself ensnared in their gaze, your prospects are grim. First decree, never meet their eyes. To logesis is to invite the contagion of their curse. Second decree, maintain a tomb-like silence. To answer is to acknowledge the nightmare, granting it passage into your reality. Third decree, do not attempt to outrun them on foot. They possess a speed that mocks mortal exertion. Your only sanctuary is the radiance of light. They loathe the essence of the white ash, though the woods offer no such mercy. Your only weapon is a heart of stone. Do not let them feast upon your trepidation. The Skinwalker sats its hunger on the scent of your fear. The world is teeming with enigmas that defy your understanding. The next time you hear a familiar cadence drifting from the abyss, pause before you offer a reply. Have you encountered such a hollow echo? Share your chronicles in the depths below. Subscribe to this archive, for here we do not flinch from the gaze of the void. Rest well, if sleep still finds you.